If you're a bivocational pastor, then this special flash episode is just for you. I'm Pete Mitchell, and in between our regular Church Planter podcast episodes, I'll be bringing you insight and ideas to help our BIVO pastors have an easier and more profitable go at it. If you'd like more info on the training program specifically for bivocational pastors, you can check it out at missionbybusiness.com. I want to ask you a question. When it comes to being a pastor, now this is going to sound totally rhetorical now that I'm thinking about it. Have you ever felt alone as a pastor? Have you ever felt like no one really gets you? No one really understands you? Have you felt like there's really no one you can go to when you've got problems or issues? I mean, if you got problems in your own life, who are you going to go to? You're the pastor. If you've got, issues with someone else on staff, who are you going to go to? You're the pastor. And being a pastor can be very, very lonely. In fact, one of the reasons why I think Peyton Jones and I get along so well, if you listen to the Church Planter podcast, which you could be listening to this on the Church Planter podcast, or you could be watching the video, you know that one of the things that we've said, the reason why we get along so well, I don't care that he's a pastor. Like, that doesn't impress me. I grew up my whole life living with a pastor, right? I'm the son of a Baptist pastor. And I've seen behind the curtain. I know what it's like for people when they're not up in front of the pulpit. And so it doesn't impress me, when I meet a pastor. It's like, oh, okay, you're a pastor. Okay, cool. And so he goes, I think that's the reason why we get along so well, because you're not impressed and you just treat me like a regular person. And when you're in ministry, that can be really, really difficult to find someone like that. And he and I just happened to have clicked. Now, because of my background, because of my father being a pastor, I think it's given me a unique perspective on things. I'm able to look at what it's been like for him and the struggles that he had to go through. So my father, back in the day, when I was growing up, bivocational wasn't really a thing. Certainly wasn't talked about. I mean, even today, bivocational pastors are looked down upon, both by themselves. They kind of feel like, I'm not as good as I should be. The community at large, the Christian community. Even when I post these videos on Facebook, I get people all the time who are like, oh, we try to take care of our pastors and pay them a good wage and blah, blah, and that's great. That's fantastic. I applaud you for doing that. But being bivocational is not less. In fact, it's more. It's more front lines than anything else you're ever going to do, because you're going to spend 40, 50 hours a week with people who are not saved most of the time when you're bivocational. Now, when you're a pastor full-time and you work at a church, you spend most of your time with saved people. Now, not everybody, right? But most of the time, you spend a couple hours on Sunday in front of who? Saved people. A couple hours on Wednesday in front of who? Saved people. So who's the Bible guy in front of most of the time? His coworkers, his employees, his boss, his clients, his customers, his patients. How many of them are saved? Not as many. I got a point to all this. I'm going to get to it here. So here's the thing. I saw the struggles that my own father went through. I saw the financial struggles. Believe me, I saw the financial struggles. I saw the emotional toll that it took. A few years ago, Peyton Jones and I, we started something called the BIVO Inner Circle. And it really kind of took on a life of its own. It's actually unlike any other group I've ever done. I think in large part because pastors don't have a lot of people who they can go to with their problems. And what we created with that group was a safe place, a place where pastors can go and talk about what's going on in their lives, personal in their lives, professional, with other staff members at their church. I mean, my gosh, some of the stories. – It was a really unique place for pastors. So I've decided to more or less relaunch a new version of it. I'm calling it the BIVO Cohort. We haven't let anyone in the BIVO Inner Circle for years, so the only guys who are in it right now are the guys who've been around basically since the beginning. And we still meet all the time. We still meet every month on a Zoom call. And so the BIVO Cohort is something that if you're bivocational, I want you to take a look at it. You can literally go check it out at bivocohort.com. Now let me tell you before you go over there, it's a 26-minute video I've got about the BIVO Cohort. Let me tell you who it's for. Because it's not for every BIVO pastor. Because of my passion of helping bivocational pastors with their income, this is a group that is specifically for bivocational pastors that run a business. Could be their own business, or it could be a business for someone else, or it could be a business that they're planning on starting, or a project that they have to market and grow. Business maybe that they have to market and grow. Who the BIVO Cohort is not really for is for, first of all, people who are not in ministry. You got to be in ministry, because what you go through as a bivocational pastor is unique. And I want you to be able to go through that with other bivocational pastors. So that's what you're going to get there in the BIVO Cohort. You can go check it out, and I really think you're going to like it. But like I said, really who it's for is for people who are in business, because I'm going to focus on helping them automate their businesses, get more clients, set up the systems in place, the very things that I do for my major clients. I've got one client who's paid me over the last, 3 or 4 years, well over $650,000. And it was money well spent for them. In fact, I can tell you that when they came to me, they were making $50,000 a month. And within a short order, they were making $200,000 a month. Last time I talked to them, they were making, something like $300,000 a month. Their income just continues to go up and up and up. No, I'm not going to say it's all because of me, but I will say, and they would even admit, it's because of what I told them to do. And they were one of those few companies that actually did exactly what I told them to do. In fact, it was really great in that regards, because I'd say, hey, this is what you need to go do. And they would literally just go out and do it. If you're in that situation, if you've got a business that you run, again, whether it's your own or someone else's, go check out bivocohort.com, C-O-H-O-R-T, bivocohort.com. Check it out. I put up a great little video there for you. I'm going to walk you through the whole BIVO Cohort, what we're going to focus on. It's a 9-month program. What we're going to focus on over those 9 months, the community that you're going to have access to. And I think for the right person, it could be the answer that you're looking for. Certainly not going to be for everyone. Like I said, if you're what I would call an everyday employee, you don't run a company, you have no job at the company that requires you to grow the company either via marketing or sales, probably not going to be for you. This probably is not going to be the group for you. But if you do have that, I'm going to make your life a lot easier and help connect you with a community of like-minded bivocational pastors. I think you're going to get a lot out of it. So check it out, bivocohort.com. The video I got there is like 26 minutes long. It walks you through the whole BIVO Cohort, what it's all about, and how you can join it if it's something that's right for you. If it's not right for you, hey, you're just going to have fun watching the video, because most of my videos are pretty cool. Well, I don't know. I like to say that they're cool, but that could just be me pat myself on the back for no good reason. Anyway, thanks so much for your time, guys. I'll talk to you soon.